Here in France, lawyers for dozens of defendants in the country's largest ever mass rape trial are giving their closing arguments today. The main defendant, Dominique Pelicot, has admitted to enlisting dozens of strangers to rape his wife while she was drugged and asleep. Prosecutors have demanded a maximum sentence of 20 years for the 71-year-old. Our reporter Caris Garland is covering the trial in Avignon, and she's with me on the programme now. Caris, Dominique Pelicot's lawyer addressed the court today, as I say. Media have described her as the lawyer who has to defend the indefensible. So what then was her closing argument in court?
Well, she right away acknowledged the fact that she's been nicknamed the lawyer for the devil, Béatrice Zavarro. Before getting into the weeds of everything, one of the first things she did was say that how much respect she had for Gisèle Pelicot, Dominique Pelicot's ex-wife, noting her respect for her dignity that she has shown throughout this trial. She then went into the childhood trauma that Dominique Pelicot withstood, noting that he witnessed the rape of his mother by his father, that he was raped by a nurse in his childhood, and that in his teenage years he was forced to participate in a gang rape as well. She also sought to remind the court of the romance that Dominique and Gisèle Pelicot once had, saying that when they met it was love at first sight. Well, when it came down to the details and the facts of this case, she acknowledged the accusations from the other co-defendants who've said that they were also manipulated by Dominique Pelicot. She says, well, I'm not sure if he was that manipulative. She pointed to the fact that there were two men who refused his invitation to come and rape Gisèle Pelicot in their home, and that he never forced these men to do so. So for her, that amounts to perhaps he wasn't as manipulative as we think. She also said that it shows some of the facts about how he was arrested, shows that Dominique Pelicot actually wanted to be caught and that he wanted to relieve himself of this weight that's been weighing on him, saying that he was very indiscreet when he was caught filming up women's skirts in a supermarket, which is what led to his arrest and the revelation of this whole affair, and that he kept the video evidence on his hard drives, and that also shows that he wanted to be caught, according to his lawyer. She also noted that there was an absence of violence in these rapes. Sorry, I'm just going to pause. We've just seen Gisèle Pelicot exit the courtroom. She's being applauded by members of the public here, as they do every day, so that's what you might hear. But she noted, the lawyer, that there was an absence of violence, even if the rape itself was a violent act. She said that Dominique Pelicot sought to protect her in his own clumsy way by telling the other defendants, go slowly, let her breathe when any of the defendants were practicing or forcing oral sex, for example. And then she finished by saying that family was the most beautiful thing that Dominique Pelicot ever had, saying that he really regretted the effects that this has had in breaking up his family. She urged his family members to remember the first Dominique Pelicot, not this one who has committed all of these crimes, but to remember the one that hugged them and loved them deeply. And then she finished by reading a poem that Dominique Pelicot had written for Gisèle Pelicot.